What separates winners from quitters? It is not luck. It is not talent. It is not having the perfect life, the perfect plan, or the perfect start. Success begins in the mind. And what truly changes a person's life is not one big moment. It is the small things they choose to do every single day. Welcome to Rise and Conquer Daily Motivation and Success Mindset. If you have been feeling stuck, tired, unmotivated, or lost, this message is for you. Because the truth is, winners are not born different. They simply build different habits. They think differently. They respond differently. And most importantly, they keep going when others stop. A quitter waits to feel ready. A winner starts before they feel ready. That is the first habit that changes everything. Winners wake up with purpose. They do not jump out of bed every morning full of excitement. Some days they feel tired. Some days they feel stressed. Some days they want to stay in bed and give up. But they get up anyway because they remember they have a reason. Purpose gives power to action. When you wake up without purpose, the day controls you. You scroll, delay, complain, and waste time. But when you wake up knowing what you are working toward, even a hard day feels meaningful. You move differently. You think differently. You become stronger. Ask yourself this: what am I waking up for? You do not need all the answers today, but you do need a reason to keep moving. Another daily habit that separates winners from quitters is setting clear goals. Quitters move through life with vague hopes. They say things like, "I want to be successful," or "I want a better life." But winners get specific. They know what they want. They write it down. They create direction. A goal gives your energy somewhere to go. Without a target, effort gets scattered. With a target, effort becomes powerful. Even small progress starts to matter when you know where you are headed. You do not need 10 goals. You just need one clear step. One goal for your health. One goal for your work. One goal for your future. Simplicity creates focus. Focus creates momentum, and momentum is everything. Now let's talk about discipline. This is where most people fall apart. Motivation feels amazing, but it does not last forever. There will be mornings when you do not feel inspired. There will be days when your energy is low, your confidence is shaken, and your progress feels invisible. That is when discipline matters most. Winners do not rely only on motivation. They rely on standards. They say, "Even if I do not feel like it, I will still do what needs to be done." That is real power. Discipline is choosing what matters most over what feels easiest right now. It is studying when you want to quit. It is working out when you feel lazy. It is showing up when nobody is watching. And every time you do that, you build self-respect. You start proving to yourself that you can be trusted, that you are no longer controlled by mood, fear, or excuses. And speaking of excuses, winners learn to reject them fast. Quitters always have a reason. They say they are too tired, too busy, too unlucky, too late, too broken. But winners understand something important. Excuses may comfort you, but they will never change you. Read that again in your mind. Excuses protect your ego, but they destroy your future. No one is saying life is easy. It is not. Some people are fighting battles nobody sees. Some people are carrying pain, stress, failure, and disappointment every day. But winners do not pretend life is fair. They decide to move forward anyway, even slowly, even imperfectly, even painfully, because progress is still progress. Another habit that separates winners from quitters is learning from failure. Winners fail too. They fail often. They get rejected. They make mistakes. They lose time. They choose wrong. They doubt themselves. But instead of treating failure like the end, they treat it like feedback. That is a mindset shift that changes everything. A quitter says, "I failed, so maybe I am not good enough." A winner says, "I failed, so now I know what to improve." Failure is not proof that you should stop. It is proof that you are trying. And if you are willing to learn, adapt, and keep going, failure becomes part of the path, not the end of it. Winners also manage time wisely. They understand that time is life. And every hour wasted on distraction, comparison, or meaningless habits is an hour they will never get back. This does not mean they work every second. It means they become intentional, they protect their mornings, they limit distractions, they stop giving their best energy to things that do not matter. They understand that focus is a superpower in a distracted world. You do not need to do everything today, but you do need to stop giving your attention to things that are pulling you away from the life you want. Protect your focus, protect your peace, protect your energy, because energy matters. Some people are not failing because they are lazy. They are failing because they are drained. They are constantly surrounded by negativity, distractions, toxic habits, and people who kill their belief. Winners learn to guard their environment. They choose what they listen to. They choose who they spend time with. They choose what enters their mind, because they know that your mind cannot grow in a place that constantly feeds doubt. And finally, winners take small, consistent actions every single day. Not huge actions once in a while. Small actions daily. That is the secret most people ignore because it sounds too simple. 1 page read, 1 workout completed, 1 task finished, 1 excuse defeated, 1 promise kept to yourself. That is how confidence is built. That is how change begins. That is how ordinary people create extraordinary lives. So if you feel behind, do not quit. If you feel tired, do not quit. If you feel like you have wasted time, do not quit. Start again. Start small. Start today. You do not need to become a different person overnight. You just need to build better habits, stronger discipline, and a mindset that refuses to give up. Remember this: winners are not always the fastest, the smartest, or the most talented. They are the ones who keep showing up. They are the ones who stay focused when life gets hard. They are the ones who fall, learn, rise, and keep moving. Your future is being built by what you do daily. So choose habits that build your strength. Choose thoughts that build your confidence. Choose actions that move your life forward. This could be the day everything begins to change. Not because life suddenly gets easier, but because you decide to get stronger. Like, share, and subscribe to Rise and Conquer Daily Motivation and Success Mindset for more daily motivation and success mindset content.